Good evening, Jim. How are you today? Good, I'm happy to hear that. My name is Mr. Porter, and I will be walking through and talking with you about some of your future steps and how we're going to proceed. Are you all ready to get started by looking at some data and a potential lesson plan? Okay, sounds good. So I have received your ACT and some of the information that I have looked through. I saw that your composite score is a 21, as you can see here on the screen, your composite score. Then we can look at some of the more specific numbers. You scored a 19 on your math, 18 on your science, and 19 on the STEM portion. And then we can go into more so the ELA portion of it. You scored a 24 on your English, 23 on the reading, and an 8 in the writing. If we look right here real quick, it shows that the writing test scores are ranged between 2 and 12. So an 8 is a pretty good score. Your overall ELA was a 24. So overall, this score is a great score. But let's look at some areas that may be somewhat of a concern moving forward, especially as we may plan to take the ACT again or even to prepare for college. So if you will take a quick look right here at your math scores and your science score and also the STEM score, that is where our focus will be for the sake of this time that we are spending. We're going to go ahead and go on down to the detailed results because it'll make a little bit more sense where we are going or the direction that we are heading. So if we'll take a quick look here at the math and at the science, these are two areas of potential concern, some areas that we may want to work on moving forward. Do know that these are suggestions, and we will be having a conversation between the two of us on how we would move forward, because we always want what is best for Jim, and we want Jim to be in the most comfortable situation. So very quickly, let's look here. If you see these brackets, the ACT readiness range, these check marks show areas that maybe he has mastered according to this ACT. Just because it shows mastery does not mean that maybe you are perfect in this area, because we always have room for improvement. But what this can do is give us an idea of what we need to start working on moving forward. So if you'll take a quick look here at algebra, you'll see that you got 5 out of 8, correct on the ACT. Geometry, 4 out of 8. Statistics and probability, 2 out of 6. For the sake of today and the lesson that we will work on, we're going to focus on the algebraic component. If you will see that it's, of course, 5 out of 8, to get into the ACT readiness range, it requires you to have 6 out of 8. If you'll also take a quick look here at the range readiness, these brackets, as you can tell that the algebraic one requires the most to get correct. So I feel like that this should be our main focus moving forward. Do you have any questions so far? Fantastic. Okay, let's go ahead and move into the lesson plan. So the standard that I would like to focus on is A2, A21. It says factoring polynomial expressions, including but not limited to trinomials, differences to squares, sum and difference of cubes, and factoring by grouping using a variety of tools and strategies. Because we cannot cover that all in one lesson, I have broken it down, and we're going to look first at our student can factor polynomial expressions such as trinomials. Some of the materials that he'll need is his computer, some scratch paper, and a pencil. As we go throughout this lesson, here is a link that he will use. So as we go to start our lesson, I always like to start them with a pre-assessment. I like to give 2 or 3 questions just to get an idea where you would be at, Jim. So how this would look is that you would see this on the screen, and you would need to write these two problems down and answer them on a piece of paper. So then I would have you put your answers in the comment tab, and as I am grading those, you would look through and watch the video that's provided in the link. After you have completed that, I will know where to start with you and walk you through a lesson. We'll work until you are comfortable with what you're doing, and then I will have you complete a post-assessment. If you have any questions or concerns moving forward, please just let me know. Thank you for taking the time for me to walk with you through our future planning. Thank you.